All right, so there's a new AI on the block, and let me tell you, it's got a bit of an attitude. Today, we're diving into Grok, Elon Musk's AI assistant. And to really get a handle on what makes it tick, we're going to be breaking down some amazing insights from an analysis by AI consultant Dr. Vernette Grant. Let's get right into it. You know, Dr. Grant's analysis really hits the nail on the head with this one line: AI with attitude. It perfectly captures the whole philosophy behind Grok. We're not just talking about another run-of-the-mill chatbot here. We're talking about an AI that was designed from day one to have a very distinct personality. So what does an AI with attitude actually look like when you use it? Let's start by unpacking its core identity and what makes it so different from the rest. Yeah, forget those super polite, almost robotic assistants you're used to. Grok, which comes from Musk's company xAI, is built to be, well, a little rebellious. The whole idea isn't just to spit out facts, but to do it fast, with a sense of humor, and to really push back against that overly cautious tone we see in pretty much every other AI. Okay, so what's powering this unique personality? Let's pop the hood and take a look at the technology that makes Grok, well, Grok. At the very heart of this thing is Grok 4. This is the large language model. Think of it as the brain of the whole operation. It's been specifically built to be a real powerhouse when it comes to complex stuff, like logical reasoning, understanding science, and even writing computer code. And to get that kind of power, Grok 4 was trained on this enormous supercomputer called Colossus. So yeah, this is no small-time operation. The goal here is pretty clear: to go toe-to-toe with the biggest names in the game, like OpenAI's and Google's models. So we know it's powerful and it's got personality. But how does that actually translate into features you can use? What makes it stand out when you're interacting with it? Okay, this right here might just be Grok's killer feature. It has live access to the internet. You see, most AIs are trained on data that's months or even years old. They're stuck in the past. Grok, on the other hand, is tapped into what's happening right now. That means you can get updates on breaking news or ask it to summarize a story that's still unfolding, even when different sources are saying different things. That's a huge deal. Grok also has this kind of split personality, and you actually get to choose which one you talk to. You've got regular mode, which gives you the straight, no-nonsense, factual answers. But if you switch it over to fun mode, that's when you get the witty, sarcastic, and edgy replies. Giving users that kind of control over the AI's persona, that's a pretty fresh take. And it's not just about text. Grok is what we call multimodal, meaning it can handle a whole lot more. It can actually see and understand images with Grok Vision. You can talk to it out loud, it can write code for you, it can generate brand new images, and it can even chat with you in different languages. It's really meant to be an all-in-one AI tool. So with all that in its toolkit, how does Grok really stack up against the competition? Let's put it in the ring and see how it compares to the other big players out there. These three words really capture Grok's entire game plan: real-time because of that live data connection, rebellious for its one-of-a-kind personality, and social because of its deep integration with the X platform. That's the formula they're betting on. I mean, when you lay it all out like this, the difference is just stark. On basically every key point, Grok zigs where everyone else zags. While others use old data, Grok is live. While others are carefully filtered and neutral, Grok is edgy and rebellious. And maybe most importantly, while others exist as their own separate apps, Grok is woven directly into a social platform, X. It is a fundamentally different approach, all the way down to its core philosophy. Okay, so we've seen what it is, we've seen how it's different, but why does any of this matter? What's the bigger picture when an AI like Grok finally steps onto the scene? Well, this unique mix of features makes Grok incredibly useful for some very specific things. If you're a journalist trying to follow a breaking story, that real-time access is an absolute game changer. If you're a developer or a creator, having coding and image tools right there is amazing. And hey, if you're just someone who wants to explore complicated ideas without the usual corporate guardrails, Grok offers a way to do that. So who is Grok actually for? It's for anyone who feels like the other AIs are a bit too buttoned up, a little too restrictive. If you want an AI that can be creative, maybe even a little confrontational, and is always up to the minute current, then Grok was basically built for you. Those three C's: creative, confrontational, and current. That's the whole shebang. And all of this leads to the big, looming question at the heart of Grok. When you build an AI to be rebellious, to be unfiltered,
Are you creating a new tool for transparency and honesty, or are you just opening the door to something way more unpredictable, maybe even chaotic? That's the real question Grok forces all of us to think about.